Here I am to save the day. Wow, my hair looks halfway decent. Welcome to Manic Monday. Got a few things to talk about. I'm gonna make sure my throat is clear, make sure the light's on. Okay, so far so good. What do you think? No, I don't have 10 subscribers. That's 6 last time I checked. And I guarantee you I ain't picked up 4 in the last 2 days. Seems quite unreasonable to me. I think somebody's being unfair to the gully. Anyway, we want to talk about Gotham a little bit. I'm obsessed with this show, and I'm afraid it's because of all the good-looking women that are on it. Let's say all of them with the exception of Jada Pinkett Smith, who I do find attractive, but not in the same way as the rest of them. And I didn't put all of them in the slideshow I made, which I don't think I published. I put Aaron Richards, and I put Cameron by Gondola. I put Marina Baccarin in a different one. She's in the first one I did. I may publish it. The next one I did. I don't know. Anyway, it's a really good show based on, I'm going to hesitate a lot because I might have talked about it already. I don't remember. I don't feel like checking. I just spent a good 15 minutes standing to give you this beautiful face. Didn't shave all the way because, like I said, it takes 10 to 15 minutes for me to get the fur off. I'm exhausted by then. Here's what we're doing. We're shaving / clipping our whiskers. Oh, and I got a whisker in my eye, which is disconcerting to say the least. Been trying to get it out for a while. Anyway, we're shaving with one arm standing on one leg. Before you criticize me, please try to do that yourself. Shave with one hand, standing on one leg. See if you don't get tired, at least tired. You'll get frustrated long before you get tired, I guarantee it. One hand. Don't cheat and use your other hand. Alright, so anyway, I'm obsessed with Gotham. Favorite character is Selena Kyle. Second favorite character is Alfred Pennyworth. Characters I don't meh, I guess we'll call that category. Jim Gordon, Harvey Bullitt, Bruce Wayne. Michael Chiklis' character, Captain Barnes. All iffies. Characters that aren't my favorite, but they could be if the other ones weren't. Barbara Keene. Hasn't she taken a trip? I'm into season 3, by the way. Leah Tompkins. No. Lee Tompkins, or Liz Thompson. The medical examiner that Gordon said he fell in love with, but doesn't have no problem jumping into Vicky Bell's bed. I haven't seen that happen yet, but they were kissing last I saw. Villains, listen. Penguin, what a trip he's been on. I'm going to call him the Riddler, because Enigma, I don't like it. The Riddler, I love the fact that they're not necessarily origin stories, and this is the part that I think I already published, but they're more evolutionary stories. They're showing us the evolution of these characters, and I think that's neat. Can we stay back here for just a few minutes, guys, please? As long as you promise to speak up and don't mumble. Alright, I promise to speak up and try very hard not to mumble. Alright then, we'll sit back here. I grew up watching the Camp series of Batman. It came out in the 60s, I think. I didn't watch it in the 60s, I watched it in the 70s. What they call syndication, reruns. Anyway, We had the Penguin, Burgess Meredith. We had the Joker, Cesar Romero. We had the Riddler, Frank Gorshin. I think Vincent Price played Egghead, which I don't think we've seen. Have to break in, sorry. My dumbass self from earlier forgot to mention 3 very important people that were in that camp series of Batman that I mentioned. And I'm going to try and do this coolly. You got Lee Merriweather, and you got Eartha Kitt, and you got, where can I put her? Let's put her down here. Julie Newmar. They all played Catwoman at one time or the other. The reason I brought those people up was because, not these 3 women, but all of them, we didn't get to really see their origin stories or their evolutionary stories, as I commented a few minutes ago. Anyway, I apologize for leaving them out. Here they are. Or here they were. Maybe I'll just pop them up. I wonder if I can make it pop up, put it in my hand like this. It'd be a small picture. I'll do something. You'll see it. Sorry for the interruption. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Same bat time, same bat channel. Go for it, Bruce Wayne. Gotham. I don't remember ever seeing a Mr. Freeze, but there's some flickerings going back in my mind that are showing me images. I don't trust those flickerings anymore, but I'm a nasty, dirty old coot of a man. I don't know why I just said that. Anyway, the evolutionary stories of these villains is pretty good. I don't even care about Bruce Wayne. Why would anybody care? We know he's going to be Batman one day. We know that. We've been told this story several times, several different ways. There's no surprise coming. I mean, are they going to try and surprise us? Like, oh, by the way, Bruce Wayne is Batman? Come on. And we know Selena Kyle is Catwoman. But Cameron Bicondola is much more interesting to watch than whoever plays Bruce Wayne. I think his name is David Ohus or something like that. David something like that. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Why haven't I reacted to Gotham? Because I was already halfway through season 1 when I thought it was a good show. I did a reaction to the beginning, the first 3 episodes of The Boys, season 2. That show went into the toilet fast. I'm going to put the reactions up for what they're worth. I still got to edit them. Hopefully they'll go up before Friday. Because I got to try and watch episode 4 on Friday. I think it comes out on Friday. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I said I wouldn't sit for, John. I don't even know who I am right now. How's the lighting? I apologize for that ceiling fan. It's the only thing keeping me from getting burned up. Oh, and I noticed while rewatching my reactions, Daryl looked sad. And it can only be because of my reactions. Let me just say I was very critical of The Boys, season 2 so far. As of right now, it's Sunday, 2 a.m. I have yet to finish watching episode 3 of season 2 of The Boys. I got about 15 minutes in and gave up. So Gotham. I want to recommend that program to any of you who haven't watched it, and if you're a reactor, react to it. I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll fall in love with the Penguin. I think you'll start to hate the Penguin. I think you'll fall in love with him again. I think you'll become fascinated with Jerome. I think you'll wonder about Jim Gordon. I know you'll fall in love with Selena Kyle. I know that for a fact. Alright, well, I have another announcement. I'm going to try very hard to take my scooter on the city bus and go to HEB and make it a GoPro reaction. A GoPro adventure reaction. Not react, a GoPro adventure video. My plan is Wednesday morning, early, because I've never ridden anything onto a ramp or a lift. And I may call Monday or Tuesday to get some info. I've already looked online and I don't need anything special as far as passes or anything like that. Apparently every single bus driver is trained to help people get on and off the bus who need mobility aids. Well, wheelchairs, mobility scooters, etc. Apparently they lower the lift or the ramp or whichever it is. I get on. He guides me to, or she guides me to the spot where that's reserved for the disabled. I don't think I like that word anymore. They make sure I'm secure. Supposedly they have these huge seatbelt type things that they can secure the scooter with. They don't need to though in my case, and probably most cases, because once you take it out of neutral, there's this lever in the back that you can use if you need to move your scooter without the motor. Because once that's engaged, the wheels lock and they don't move unless the motor moves. So that he doesn't need to secure me too much, but I'll make sure I tell him that. Anyway, and then he'll help you get where you need to go. I'm going to say get me as close to HEB as you can. Hopefully he'll drop me off so I don't have to cross too many streets, but that's not going to be possible. The only way that's possible is if I take the route all the way around, and when it comes back, get off. I'm going to have to cross the street twice. But if I take my time and I'm patient, could be alright. I could get off earlier and just take the scooter. I don't have to get that close to HEB is what I'm saying. I'm going to have to cross the street 4 times. No, because I only have to 3 times. If I get off where I think I'm going to get off, I got to cross the street once, twice. Then I'll be on the same side as HEB. I can go in HEB and do my shopping. Hopefully I don't go nuts and I only get one bag and it fits in my basket and everything's secure. And come back and then cross 1 time to the bus stop. So 3 street crossings. But they're all at lights. Just got to be patient and be careful. And I guarantee you there'll be somebody wanting to help me. Guarantee is a strong word, but I'm fairly certain. Well, no, it's going to be early in the morning. Oh, that's right, it's going to be early in the morning, so I don't have to worry too much about traffic. Anyway, look forward to that GoPro adventure sometime during or after Wednesday. I don't have anything else to talk about. Oh, I shaved, did you notice? Didn't give you your dance because that's going to require 10 subscribers. But I had to shave. I had to shave because I'm tired of the scratchiness and the itchiness. But I got that hair in my eye. I got a whisker in my eye. It's driving me. Is my eye red? I can't tell. It's itchy. I can't get it out. Oh, shit. I'm so sorry. It's disconcerting to say the least. Now it's starting to bother me. Have I ever shown you this? That's a penguin warrior. I wish I had 2 hands. I'd move the camera closer to it. It's a warrior penguin holding a sword with a 6-pack. Can you imagine? I had that tattooed on my arm and I paid for it. That's a spider, which I drew back in 1980. I can't draw like that anymore. You probably can't see it that well. And then I got this stupid tattoo. It's a rose with initials. And I remember the girl's name. People say, how can you remember that girl's name after all these years? I got her fucking initials on my arm. I'm not going to say her name. No, Gully, you're not going to say her name. Because she may still be alive. And I don't want to mess with the innocent or whatever. However the thing is. She, hi, whatever. You know who I am. You don't even know who I am anymore. We don't. We never actually met, did we? This is a dumb story. There was this girl in basic training who I had conversations with underneath a door. She was in the sister flight. It was, we didn't have co-ed, they weren't with us in this, they were in the same building but a different wing. The wing was connected by a door that we weren't supposed to mess with. There was no retination allowed in the first 3 months of military service. They'll tell you first 6 weeks, but what they really mean is never, they don't want you, we didn't interview that woman. They don't care if you fall in love, they don't care if you have babies. If they don't issue it to you, they don't care about it. Anyway, we had a conversation underneath the door, and I'm pretty good at conversating, especially when they don't see me. Of course, this was back in 1980. It's 1920 now, 2020, 40 years ago. Wow. I ended up liking her without even seeing her. I can only assume she fell in love with me. Why wouldn't she? But anyway, I decided to immortalize our friendship by tattooing her initials on my arm. And then about 5 minutes later, I realized that was stupid. But I'm going to Italy. I can just change it to Italy and then put the years underneath that I was in Italy. I just haven't done that yet. Instead, I got this one. Oh, and I got this spider at the same time I got this stupid one. I drew that rose too myself. I didn't draw the initials, those were stencils, you know. I almost said calligraphy, but it's a very nice font. I'm not going to say her name. I actually fell in love with a different girl that I did meet. We saw each other. The girls were standing in line for something. We were standing in line for something, probably to get chow. But it was 2 different lines, so it might not have been chow. She saw me, I saw her. I winked at her, she winked at me. I was giving her the vibe. Gotta have you, gotta have you. You gotta have me, you gotta have me. I noticed she smoked. I didn't smoke at the time. But I knew that you can take 15, 20-minute smoke break at twice a day or so, if you're good. So if I wanted to talk to her, I decided to start smoking. I went down and we got to talking. And I fell in love with a girl that I had no business falling in love with. I'm not going to say her name either. She was blonde, and I never saw the first one. And I don't think the blonde knew about the first one, even though they were in the same flight. They were sleeping in the same bedroom area. I wonder if they talked about me. I met this guy under the door. He's really sweet. He's really nice. I wonder what he looks like. Oh, I met this guy. Started smoking because he wanted to meet me. Can you believe that? He's really cute. He's really handsome. He's really nice. He's charming as heck. Oh. It was probably more like this jerk thinks I got a thing for him, but he's stupid for smoking just because he wants to meet a girl. And I got this guy around my finger writing me notes, slipping them under the door. He's a jerk. All week long I tried thinking about what can I talk about on Manic Monday. One of the things I thought about was explaining, y'all know what bipolar is? Bipolar is generally, from my experience, used to describe someone who can be manic depressive, or no, someone who's manic depressive. One day they can be high, manic, going nuts, yay, whoa, I'm going to build me a house, yeah. And the next day they can be depressed. I'm never going to have a house. My family hates me. I'm no good. I don't know what's up with this world. Why am I even alive? That's what bipolar refers to, as far as I know. I mean, it could refer to, let's say someone lived on both poles. They could be considered bipolar and magical. Like, you got two things and you're both of them to be bipolar. Anyway, I'm not bipolar, but I can be very manic at times. So that's why I came up with Manic Monday, because I know I talk a lot. I know a lot of times I don't really say a whole lot, even though it looks like I'm talking. Some people would call it word salad. Shout out to Simon and Dan. But it gave me an excuse to come up with an interesting intro, and I was really looking forward to putting Manic Monday by the Bengals at the beginning of my video. All kinds of reasons I came up with Manic Monday. None of them very good, but they are there. Judge me if you want, and then ask me if I give a shit. So, Manic Monday today is over. Look for that GoPro adventure to HEB. Look for a reaction to The Boys Season 2. And comment on that. What do you think about doing bad reactions? I'm not talking about you people that know me. I'm talking about those of you who haven't subscribed and are reactors. And it's like some magical wave I have all of a sudden. Comment. Tell me what you think about me doing bad reactions. That's going to work. Well, just in case that does work, subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Tell your doctor, your preacher, your teacher. Tell your podiatrist. Tell your psychiatrist. Tell your parole officer. Toodaloo.